Okay.
Hi, Raj.
What's going on there, Anna Kujawa?
Hey, looking at it, baby.
Getting ready.
This holy instance going on
This whole
right
instant
now.
is going on. Getting ready to see if we can apply some more of the Course in Miracles choice of completion to our relationship and every relationship we got. So I'm Earl Purdy. This is Anna Kujawa, and we're just studying the Course. We're just doing some hardcore Course. As a matter of fact, today we call it the Sauna Course. You hear the Son of God? Well, this is the Sauna Course because it's hot as hell in the room that we're in. The air conditioner is kind of like malfunctioning. So we're trying to get a new perception of being hot as hell. Just thought we would let you know in our lab experiment.
Yeah. At least we can say we're not in Memphis.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, which is where I'm headed soon.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, talking about special love relationships.
Choice for completion.
Choice for completion.
Page 342.
Page 342, the choice for completion. So I'm going to read paragraph 6, and we're going to be using tiles and stuff. And I'm going to read paragraph 6, and you tell me what it means to you and how you can apply it to us.
Okay.
The special relationship. Honor, the special relationship is a strange and unnatural ego device for joining hell and heaven and making hell and heaven indistinguishable. The special relationship is a strange, unnatural fear device for joining love and fear and making love and fear indistinguishable. And the attempt to find the imagined best of both worlds, love and fear, has merely led to fantasies of love and fear, heaven and hell, and to the inability to perceive either heaven or hell, love or fear as it is. The special relationship is the triumph of this confusion. The special relationship is the triumph of this confusion. The special relationship is a kind of union from which union is excluded. A special relationship is a kind of union from which union is excluded, and the basis for the attempt at union rests on exclusion. What better example could there be of ego's maxim? What better example could there be of fear's maxim? Seek but do not find. Seek but do not find. That's come on with it, baby.
All right, baby.
I want to hear you.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. So what I hear in that is I'm reminded about how my ego absolutely does not want union and it doesn't want love. Okay, that's what my ego's against. My ego's against union. It's against love. Why? Because the ego is the idea of fear. Okay. So, but it knows that I do want love, and it knows I want union. So it comes up with a brilliant device. It's so ingenious. It's not wise, but it is ingenious. So what it does is it says, oh, you want love and union? Well, here's a special relationship which will combine the best of both. You can have your love and illusion. You can have your love and your union. It will be an illusion, but you can have your love and your union, but all woven through with fear and attack.
So that's what's going to happen between us if we're in a special relationship.
Right. That's right. That's right. Our special relationship is our ego's attempt to give us the best of both worlds. It's like, I'll give you your love and union. You want love and union? Sure. Here's a special relationship that has the form of union. It's going to look like we're together. Our bodies will be together. But guess what? Real union is going to be left out. It's going to be totally excluded. Okay? So really, it's just a form. We're going to be, if we say yes to that offer of a special relationship, then really it's just going to have the appearance of us being together, but we're really not together. We're not joined. Just our bodies are. And it's really the ultimate means for the ego to accomplish its ultimate goal, which is that we seek for love, seek for love, seek for love with each other, but don't find it. Don't ever find it. That's what I heard.
You're so beautiful. I don't even care what you say.
Thank you. Hey,
I don't care what you're saying.
That works
I
for
don't
me.
care what it's saying. All I see is the innocent, beautiful child of God.
Right.
That's all I see.
That's it. Hey, if that's all you see, then you did hear what I said.
And I also heard that we're gonna have we might form a special relationship where we mix love and fear.
Yes.
Sometimes we loving each other, sometimes we hating each other.
That's right.
Okay, and we also gonna form a special relationship that our relationship is based on excluding everybody else's love.
Right. That's right.
Right. So we want a relationship where we exclude everybody else's love.
Right.
That's a special love relationship.
Right. That's right. Right.
I want a relationship with you, Anna, where I exclude everyone else's love and appreciation.
Where it seems like we're joined, but we're excluding out the world.
You and I are joined, but we're going to exclude any love reaching us from anywhere else.
That's a special relationship.
That's a special relationship.
That's right. Yes.
And so.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to read to you now.
All right.
So, most curious of all is the concept of the self which the ego fosters in our relationship. Most curious will be this concept, the way we feel about ourselves and think about ourselves, that our ego will foster in our special relationship. That's curious because this so-called self the ego is going to foster in our relationship seeks our relationship to make itself complete. So our ego wants this relationship to make itself complete. Now, yet when the ego, or when this self finds the special relationship, when this self finds the special relationship in which it thinks it can accomplish this, then this self gives itself away and tries to trade itself for the self of another. All right? So the self that I'm bringing into our special relationship is a self that once we get into a relationship, I'm going to try to trade it. I'm going to give it away to get a better one, yours. Now, this is not union, because there's no increase and no extension. What's really happening is each partner tries to sacrifice the self they don't want for the self they think they would prefer. And each of us will feel guilty for the so-called sin of taking and of giving nothing of value in return. Because how much can either you or I, how much value can we place upon a self that we're ready to give away to the other one, to give the other person's self? How much value can I put on a self of mine that I'm willing to give away to get yours?
Okay.
All right.
So there's a concept of myself that the part of me that doesn't really love myself, there's a concept that I try to really, really use in my special relationship with you. I'm going to seek my relationship with you to complete me.
Okay.
Now, I want you to know I'm showing up right now because I need to feel complete.
Right.
And I need you to complete me.
Right.
Now, I feel like I can complete myself with you. So you look like the special relationship where I could give myself away. You look like the special relationship that I could just give you me. All right?
Yes.
All right? I need to feel complete.
Yes.
I think that you could be the one that I could make myself feel complete with. So I'm going to give myself to you. Okay? That's what I heard. I'm going to trade me for you.
All right.
You know, I got this self that's a little wounded, and you look like you fine and luscious and got it together, so I'm going to get my completion from you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna give you me. But that's not real union, because if you trading, there's really no extension and no expansion and no union and no growth. You trading, so nothing really is grown.
That's right.
Okay, so there's no increase in the relationship where I'm trying to use you to complete myself.
Right.
And there's no extension, there's no expansion, there's no growth, there's no happiness when I'm trying to use you to complete myself. When I'm trying to trade my old self for you. And I'm going to sacrifice me, the me I don't want.
Yes.
I'm going to sacrifice the me that I don't like. I'm going to give you the me that I don't like so that I can get this you that I prefer. I'm going to give you this me I don't like so I can get the you that I prefer. I'm trying to get with you, baby, because I want to give you the me I don't like, and I want to have this self right here that I prefer. I'm going to trade who I am for who you are so that I can feel complete, baby, because I got a fearful mind, and I don't even know what love is. So I need you to complete me. And in return, I'm going to give you this self I don't really love.
great.
Okay, and some really great meals. Don't forget now.
Better be.
I'm telling you, I keep telling you. I'm also going to take you to Hawaii.
So
You know.
let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You don't like yourself.
Right. I can't stand myself. I got a lot of insecurities.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to give me that self as a gift, and in exchange for myself,
Right.
that you think is better.
Yeah, I think
because I look like I got it together.
You got it together. So I want to trade with you. I want you to give me you, and I'm going to give you me. But
so you want to give me a self you don't even want.
I want to give you a self that I don't even particularly like.
Great.
Not only give you that self, but I want yourself
in return.
I want your love, your specialness in return.
You want me to exclude all others.
I want you to make sure
in the name of union.
Yes,
with
you got to exclude everybody else from your love, and you have to completely focus all your attention on me, because this is a union where union is excluded.
I see.
We're forming a union that there can't be no other unions. No other unions but this union. This is the only union that it can be. Can't be no other union. We won't have none of that. No other. And in return for you limiting your union just to me,
yes,
that I don't like, I'm going to give you the self that I don't like, and so I can get the self that you do like, and exclude everybody else from any kind of connection and union with you. Would you be interested in that?
Oh.
Would you like to have a special relationship with me? Huh? Wouldn't you?
Let me get back to you on that.
Don't think too much.
I think I need to do just a little bit of praying.
No, doing the praying on that.
That's my new policy. Before I say yes to any specialness, I pray for several days.
Well, that was the next thing that I heard here.
Yes.
It says, and the truth is, when I try to give you a self I don't like, so I can get the self from you that I do like, I really feel guilty.
Right.
I feel guilty.
That's
I really
right.
feel guilty because I feel like I'm getting this incredible self from you, but I'm not really giving you anything in return. I'm just giving you my fearful, insecure self that doesn't really know anything about love.
Right.
And I'm trying to give it to you. So basically I make myself feel guilty every time I try to give myself to somebody. Of course, am I supposed to make me feel better? But then you need to feel guilty just by even trying to give yourself to anybody, because you know what you're trying to give them ain't about nothing.
Woo.
That's what the ego is saying to me. It says, I feel guilty for even trying to get in a relationship with somebody as cool as you, because I feel like I'm giving you nothing and you giving me something of value.
Yes.
So I feel guilty just by entering into a relationship with you, Anna.
With that purpose, yeah.
And how much value can I place upon a self that I'm trying to give away so I can get a better one? How much value can I place upon myself that I'm trying to give to you so that I can get a better one? I'm trying to give myself to you so I can get your better self. I'm trying to give myself to you so that I can get my better self that I don't really like. And I feel guilty about that because I'm giving you something that's not very valuable, and I want something valuable in return. And I'm not wanting you to have any kind of connections or unions with anyone else. I want this union to exclude everyone and everything else. And I really love you.
Whoa.
I really love you.
Really? I see.
Yeah. I really love you. I will exclude you from everything and everybody. Give you a self that
give
I
me
don't.
A bum self.
Give you a bum self. Exclude you from anybody else. Trade a self that I don't like for one I think I do. I'm feeling guilty about that, so that's not going to make me a happy camper either. And yes, I want you to love me. I want you to be in a special relationship with me.
Woo. Well, I'll get back to you on that.
You still going to get back to me?
Yeah, I'm going to have to pray on that.
Okay. All right. All right. Wow, this book says, I always trip out how this book says more in 2 paragraphs than other books say a whole chapter.
He just ran down exactly why our relationships become the painful, chaotic mess that they often are. That's exactly why. That's why we don't experience real union in our relationships. Okay. All right.
And I'm going to read to you.
Yeah, you are.
Most curious of all.
Next paragraph.
Oh, yeah. The better self, the so-called better self that the ego seeks, is always a self that is more special. The fearful mind seeks a better self that is more special. And whoever seems to possess a special self, is loved for what could be taken from them. I love you for what I can take from you.
Yes.
I love you for what I can take from you.
Wow.
I love you for what I can take
Right.
from you.
That is what has passed for love in our experience. We loved whom we could take from.
Whoever seems to possess this special self is loved for what can be taken from him, where both partners see this special self in each other. The fearful mind, the ego, sees a union made in heaven, where both partners see a special self in each other. Fear sees a union made in heaven, where both partners see the special self in each other. In each other, they see the special self. Fear sees a union made in heaven. For neither partner will recognize that he's asked for hell.
That's right.
And so the partner will not interfere with fear's illusion of heaven, fear's illusion of love, which is being offered to him to interfere with heaven, to interfere with love.
This is being offered to me.
I'm going to offer you a special relationship to interfere with your happiness. I'm going to offer you a special relationship to interfere with your happiness. Yet, if all illusions, if all false ideas are of fear, and false ideas and illusions can be of nothing else, the illusion of heaven, the illusion of love, the illusion of happiness is nothing more than an attractive form of fear. The illusion of love, the special relationship, is nothing more than an attractive form of fear in which the guilt is buried. The special love relationship is an attractive form of fear in which the guilt is buried deep. And the guilt buried deep rises in the form of so-called love. Ooh, boy. I love to hear it hardcore like this.
Me too.
I love the way the chorus just calls it like it is.
Because remember, he says that you can't really experience a holy relationship without looking, without the necessary means of looking at the special relationship and what the ego is trying to accomplish in it. So it may be difficult to do, but on the other side of looking at the ego's purpose for relationship is the relationship of your dreams, a holy relationship. So just remember that.
On the other side of this relationship where I'm trying to use you,
yes,
is the relationship of my dreams.
And the other side of looking at what our ego, how our ego wants to use this relationship and what our ego wants this relationship for, what's our ego trying to do in it. On the other side of us looking at that is the relationship of our dreams. That is real union. Okay, so what I heard is the reason that I'm seeking yourself and the reason I'm willing to give myself away is because I see yourself as better than myself. And the reason I see yourself as better than mine is I think it's more special. It's more special than mine.
Myself is more special than yourself.
Yes, it's more special. For whatever reason, it's more special in my perception. And right now, I love you because of what I see I can take from you. Wow.
You love
I'm
me for
sorry
what
to
you
say
can take
that.
from me.
I love you right now. Look,
Tell me that. You love me for what can be taken from me.
If my love for you isn't dependable and it's not consistent and really there's a lot of fear going on, then I know that I'm not loving you for who you are as a reflection of me. I'm loving you for what I can take from you. I'm sorry. That's my ego. That's not me. But that's true about my ego. So I love you right now for what I can take from you.
You love me right now for what you could take from me.
Yeah.
You love me right now for what you could take from me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I love you right now for what I could take from you.
Okay, yeah.
I want you to know I love you right now for what I can take from you.
Thank you.
I just want you to know that.
For telling me the truth.
Yeah.
Now I can feel safe.
Yeah, I love you right now for what I can take from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I can feel safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that when you and I got together, we saw a match made in heaven is not for the reasons that we thought. The reason why when we got together we saw it as a match made in heaven was because I saw a better, more special self in you, and you saw a better, more special self in me. I was willing to give away myself to get your better self, and you were willing to give away yourself to get a better, more special self in me, from me. And it happened at the same time. And it seemed like a match made in heaven for us.
Love at first sight is two people seeing what they can take from each other at the same time.
Exactly.
And they want to take it from each other.
Exactly. Oh, they both
want the other one to take it from the other.
Exactly. I wanted you to take myself from me, and you wanted to take myself from me.
You wanted myself at the same time I wanted yourself.
Exactly.
I want to trade me for you, and you want to trade you for me.
Honey, that's what is called a match made in heaven.
Love at first sight. A match made in heaven.
Yep.
Match made in heaven. Match
That's
made
right.
in heaven.
Okay.
All right.
Now, but what we didn't recognize when we got together and saw a match made in heaven was that really what we were doing, we didn't recognize that we really had asked for hell. Ooh-wee.
We really asked for hell.
As, you know, think of it, how many times where you fell in love with somebody, not realizing at all that you had just asked for hell. But how many times does that happen? So many.
You think this is the one, and then you that's the person you end up going through hell with.
You end up going through hell with. You pray, you wish you had never met them. You end up going through hell with them. And when you met them, you thought it was a match made in heaven. Not realizing at all.
Like every relationship.
Like every relationship.
Yeah.
Not realizing at all. That last relationship I was in, I didn't know I was asking for hell. I could have sworn to you up one side and down the other that it was a match. I even said that was my beloved. I ended up going through hell with them. Wow. I didn't realize I was asking for hell. I didn't realize that at all. Now, but I could have known that had I known that any relationship I entered into without full love for myself, without realizing that I am loved, without any relationship I entered into where I needed them to change for me to be happy, I should have known that what I'm really doing is asking for hell. Now, it says, and so we didn't recognize that we were asking for hell. And so we didn't interfere with the ego's illusion of heaven. We didn't interfere with that. Now, then it says and that illusion of heaven was offered us. Isn't that interesting? We didn't recognize we were asking for hell. And that illusion of heaven was offered us to interfere with real heaven. Wow. That's what was really
I get in a
going
relationship
on.
with you that I don't even realize that I'm asking for hell.
Right.
I get in a relationship where I don't even realize I'm asking for hell. I'm really getting in a relationship to interfere with heaven.
What was really
to interfere with my happiness.
That's right.
I'm forming a relationship to interfere with my happiness.
Yes. What was really happened was that I was afraid of my own happiness. Happiness was coming close. The awareness that happiness was within, the awareness that I am loved was coming close to me. Probably through A Course in Miracles for me. And my ego became afraid and said, oh, here, don't you want that special relationship with him? Don't you
Where
want
you can
that?
trade the self you don't like
Yes.
for the one that you do.
Wouldn't you doesn't he look like he's got a better, more special self than yours?
Doesn't she look like the finest thing you've ever seen? But don't you want that self to trade for yourself?
Yes. Wouldn't you just love to give yourself away to get that better, more special self? Why? Because heaven and happiness was coming close to my awareness. And I became afraid.
Happiness was getting close to me, and I was beginning to feel afraid.
Because the Course was telling me, you are love. The source of happiness is who you are. It's knowing who you are. And I was receiving that and loving it. And so that awareness of my own happiness and completion was coming close. And my ego became afraid, and it offered me something to interfere with that. Wow. And I did not, and I said, it's from heaven. It's from heaven.
You're the one.
You're the one. It's a match made, and only God could have given me this. Not realizing that I was setting myself up and asking for an experience of hell, where I would then pray out of my deep despair wishing that I'd never met that person. Realizing that I had just wasted a lot of time. Ooh. Okay. And remember, looking at this enables us to get to real love. So
no, it to me, it just feels good for me to be able to tell the truth.
I know. It is a miracle.
To tell the truth about my ego, it's how I get rid of my ego.
Yes.
So if the voice of the Course says to me that this is just an attractive form of fear when I'm forming a relationship with somebody in order for me to get something from them because I'm trying to trade me for them because I think they got a better self.
Yeah.
That's just a trick on my part to interfere with the truth, to interfere with happiness. I need to know that the next time I'm attracted to somebody that I think I can steal a self from.
Yes.
So I want to come up to you and steal your better self. That's deep. That's deep. I want to steal you.
But if I'm willing to give you myself, then
it's a match made in heaven.
It's a match made in heaven.
If I want to steal from you and you want to steal from me, then it's a match made in heaven.
That's right. And it doesn't happen that often where both people want that at the same time, so it seems like a miracle.
I want somebody that wants me. I've said that. I want somebody who wants me as much as I want them.
Right.
I want somebody who wants to sacrifice for me as much as I want to sacrifice for them.
Exactly. Exactly.
I want somebody I can trade selves with.
That's right. And what that really is just an attractive form of fear. So, and then he says, and an attractive form of fear is a form of a relationship in which the guilt is just buried deep. And the relationship we were just talking about is a relationship where the guilt is buried deep. I mean, so deep you don't see it. And the guilt is buried so deep that it rises in the form of love. That's deep. Guilt can be buried so deep in a relationship that it rises in the form of love. So it really looks like love. Isn't that? Woo.
Guilt in a special relationship, it's really guilt.
Yes.
But it looks like love.
A special relationship is guilt that looks like love. So some guilt, if it's buried deep enough, can look like love to eyes that don't see. And we've all experienced it a million times. Things that really were fear and guilt, that really did look like love, that in time really was revealed to be the hatred that was really there, that it really was.
I'm seeking a better self. I see you. I want to get yourself. I want to give you the self that I don't really value.
Yes.
I want to trade. I feel guilty for that. I bury the guilt that I feel because I'm trying to give you a worthless me. But that guilt that I buried, I'm going to say, I feel like I'm in love with you.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like I'm in love with you. I'm going to call it I feel like I'm in love with you, but I'm really feeling the buried guilt that I'm feeling for trying to give you me, and I don't love me, and I don't think I'm valuable.
Right.
But I'll say, I feel like I'm in love with you.
Right.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep.
That is really deep.
That is really deep. My guilt will make me say, I'm in love with you.
Exactly. And there's got to be, this is the perfect explanation why it happens so often that our relationships start off feeling like the ecstasy of real love and really turn into bitter resentment, a lot of hatred. It's like this explains how that happens. We always go, how did such a holy, happy relationship turn into such
hell?
How? That's how.
How?
That's how.
Tell me how.
The how is because we started it from guilt. It began from guilt. It began from a guilty purpose. It began from a guilty purpose, which was not to extend the love we are, but to take a love that wasn't ours. It began from a guilty premise. And so there's this question coming up in my mind. It's like, so how is it that you would be able to tell? Like, let's talk about the beginning of our relationship. Okay, so how is it that we could have told? How is it that we could have known at the beginning of our relationship that we were really asking for hell, even though we were experiencing all the pleasure and the ecstasy of the new romance? Like at the beginning, even though it's so pleasurable and so wonderful, but I notice that I'm beginning to sacrifice what I want
for me, the most obvious way that I know that I was asking for hell is that I would have this idea of excluding you.
Oh, right.
And having exclusive love that
Right.
you couldn't connect or have any kind of connection with anybody
Thank
but
you.
me.
Right. And for me, it'd be like noticing that I'm willing to give up what I really want to do for what you want to do. Same thing. Yeah. Ways to notice, ways to be able to tell, aha, this feels like love, but this must be guilt. This must be hell in the making.
Well, I know it's got to be hell in the making because I walked up to you insecure,
Yes,
wasn't
right.
confident, didn't love myself,
Right.
and so I saw in you something that could make me love myself. But as a matter of fact, I want to take it a step further. I want to take yourself and make it myself.
Okay.
And I want to take myself, which really isn't that hot, and I want to give it to you. I feel so guilty
Yes.
about that, that I feel like I love you.
Ooh.
I feel so guilty. I feel like I love you.
Ooh. I feel so guilty. I feel like I love you.
I feel so guilty. I feel like I love you because I'm trying to get you.
Whoa. Yeah, just the feeling of a desire to get somebody.
Yeah, just that idea that I want to get
Yes, right.
you. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Ah.
Ooh-wee. Where's my fan?
I know that's right.
I need a
I'm your fan. I'm your greatest fan. I am your. I'll show you how powerful you are. The black man in the blood. Here we are again. Banned in 300 galaxies.
That's right. We certainly had to leave the South.
We certainly
definitely had to leave Memphis.
We had to leave 300 galaxies and the South.
Memphis.
And Memphis. That's right. We was run out of town. Too much joining.
I'm so proud.
Too much joining.
I'm so proud.
Too much joining.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So, paragraph 9.
Okay, so are you reading to me this time, right? Okay.
I'm reading to you.
All right.
Okay. The appeal of hell, the attraction of hell, lies only in the terrible attraction of guilt, which our ego holds out to us who place our faith in littleness. The conviction of littleness lies. The conviction of littleness.
The conviction.
The conviction. I'm certain I'm little. I'm certain I'm little. Lies in every special relationship. The certainty that I'm little.
This is really fun. This is so fun.
The certainty that I am little lies in every special relationship because only the deprived, only the little, could value specialness. Only someone who feels little and deprived could value getting the better self of another.
Can you believe we reading this?
No.
You know,
On film?
Can you believe
No.
that we reading this?
No.
I mean, this is horrible.
I know.
This is horrible for
This is,
specialness. This is horrible for the ego.
Last night, I opened up my class by saying, "Welcome to your ego's worst nightmare."
That's right.
Because that's what this is. This completely and totally reveals the ego and its chief weapon.
The special relationship.
Right. And that's a total ego reveal. So the fact that anybody's ever at my class, I always perceive as a miracle. The fact that I read this book is a miracle. So, and the fact that we read this and we read it together, to me is proof that we're not our ego. Like, we couldn't be our ego,
No.
Earl, and actually read this and love it and teach it.
So the us that's really enjoying this is the real us.
Exactly. Because if we were our ego, we wouldn't open this book.
If we want to keep ourselves deceived and in pain, we'd never read something that would tell us what we're doing to keep ourselves deceived and in pain.
Exactly. And we need to remember to acknowledge that part of the people who come to our classes. Remind them that their being there proves that they're not their ego. So then it says, the demand for specialness and the perception of the giving of specialness as an act of love would make love hateful.
How could there be any opposite to what we learned? I mean,
That's right.
how could that one sentence be any more opposite to everything we've learned?
It couldn't.
It is exactly opposite of
That's
everything we
right.
learned. The perception of giving love, this perception of giving, the perception of the giving of specialness
Yes.
as an act of love
Yes.
is really hateful.
Yes.
Making someone special is hateful.
Yes. That's an act of hate. Ooh-wee. Okay.
We the only people in history that just have one person watching us on the internet, and they died 10 weeks ago, and they just sitting there with rigor mortis on the chair in front of the computer, cause everybody else is gone after this. I mean, you know, only the course can have 0 viewership on the internet.
And the only person who's watching is dead.
Yeah.
He didn't bother to turn off his computer.
He didn't bother to turn off his computer. He died instantly as soon as he saw everything. I love A Course in Miracles. It's so hardcore. It's so hardcore. It's so real. It's so real. It is the truth. Anybody that's willing to get out of denial would know that they've experienced this in a special relationship.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So what we reading? Go ahead.
Okay, so
the real purpose.
The real purpose of the special relationship in strict accordance.
I love that word.
In strict accordance with the ego's goals is to destroy reality, which means to substitute illusion. For the ego is itself an illusion, and only illusions can be the witnesses to the ego's so-called reality. All right, have fun. You just have fun with that, Earl.
Okay.
I'm glad this is your paragraph.
Oh, well, okay, I go through hell with you because I'm attracted to guilt.
Oh, yes. Okay,
I want you to know this. I go through hell with you because I'm attracted to guilt.
And you're gonna go through hell with me.
And that's what my mind is holding out to me every time I put my faith in being little. So as soon as I want to be little, I want to have a special relationship with you.
Yes.
As soon as I want to feel little, I want to have a special relationship.
So as soon as I feel little, I'm going to want a special relationship with you.
As soon as I feel little, I want a special relationship with you.
A special relationship with you is going to help me continue to feel little.
The special relationship, I wouldn't want a special relationship with you unless I already believed I was little.
Right.
I believe I'm little. Now I want a special relationship with you.
Right.
I want a special relationship with you because I believe I'm little.
Right.
I want a special relationship because I believe I'm little, because I feel deprived.
Right.
Because only the deprived can want a special relationship, a relationship in which they're entering because they have the conviction of being little. So I feel like I'm little and ineffectual, so now I want a special relationship with you because I feel deprived. I want a special relationship with you. I want a special relationship with you because I feel deprived. I want a special relationship with you because I feel deprived.
Not because you love me.
No, because I feel deprived.
Whoa.
I want a special relationship. I want a special relationship with you because I feel deprived.
Wow. And you're gonna demand specialness.
Right, you sit at the party, I plop down on the sofa and go, I want a special relationship with you because I feel deprived. I want a special relationship with you because I feel deprived. Will you give me your cell phone number? I want you to go out with me. I want a special relationship with you because I'm convicted that I'm really little. I'm convinced that I'm really little, so I want a special relationship with you.
Okay.
Because I am demanding that you give me specialness, and I'm demanding, and I want to give you specialness, and I want to receive specialness from you. Well, because I want to receive specialness from you, I want you to know that that's an act of hatred. Because I hate you, I want you to be special to me. Because I hate myself, I want you to be special to me. Because I hate myself, I want you to love me exclusively. Because I hate myself, I want you to love me exclusively. Because I hate myself and I believe I'm little, I want to get yourself that I think is better than myself. I feel guilty about it, and so I feel like I'm in love with you.
Well, your honesty is quite refreshing. And no thank you.
But I take you to Hawaii.
No, I've been to Hawaii. And guess what? It was a very attractive form of fear. Let me tell you.
Well, I want you to know that the real reason that I'm trying to have a special relationship with you, in strict accordance to my goal to be separate and to be afraid, because I got the goal of being separate and afraid. I want you to know that the real purpose of my special relationship with you, Anna, in strict accordance with my goal to make myself scared and unhappy as hell all the time, I want you to know I'm trying to destroy reality. In having a relationship with you, I'm trying to destroy reality.
Is that what you're wanting to
wanting
do?
a special relationship with you is my attempt to destroy reality and substitute illusion and false ideas. I'm trying to destroy the truth. I'm trying to destroy love by entering into a relationship with you because I hate you, because I'm trying to make you special, because I don't think that I'm enough, because I'm convinced that I'm little, and I'm trying to take you so that I can be a better person. I want to have a special relationship with you. I need this relationship to interfere with heaven.
Yes.
I need a relationship with you.
Wow.
I just want you to know what's really going on.
Thank you.
And
Wow. Tell you what.
My fear and separation, the part of me that I think I don't love, it's an illusion. So I need some kind of relationship to witness to just how weak I am, how afraid I am, and how guilty I am. I need a relationship that'll witness back to me that I am weak, that I am afraid. And so I'm going to offer you this special relationship. How about it? One more time. I'm coming back at you. Here you go again. Here we go again. Will you have a special relationship with me because I hate you?
Now you mentioned Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii. Right, and I even cover.
Like maybe every few years?
I'll take you to Hawaii twice a year if you let me steal you.
Let me
Trade me that I don't like for you that I think is so hot. Please, let me get my worth.
Okay,
let me get my worth from you. Let me get my value from you. I'm convinced that I'm little. I'm little and I'm black.
Whoa.
So I really need you. I need you to help me have value. I need you to help me have value. I need you to help me have value.
And heaven for Hawaii 2 times a year.
Yes. Would you be willing to have the attraction of hell in turn, for an opportunity to go to Hawaii?
A couple times a year, maybe.
Right, maybe.
If I act right.
Maybe, yeah. Would you like a relationship that destroys reality? And if you're willing to accept a relationship that destroys reality, then I'll take you to Hawaii.
Okay.
And buy you some clothes.
Whoa.
I know. If you be willing to enter into a relationship and where I'm trying to steal you, then I'll buy you some clothes.
I do love
and
clothes.
I'll take you to Hawaii.
I do love clothes. Plus, I don't really like my soul. I don't think it's good enough.
Well, you don't even see your soul. I ain't seen it. I was looking for your soul. I was looking for your soul yesterday. It was like it was nowhere to be seen, nowhere around the house. I believe Bella ate it.
She would too.
I believe if your dog could eat your soul, your dog would. That dog love you so much it'd eat your soul if it could get on to it.
So true.
Be your dog on one side, your daughter on the other. Both of them just eating your soul. They want you. They love
licking
you.
their chops.
They licking their chops.
Totally.
But me personally, I have no desire to steal. It never crossed my mind to trade you for me.
Okay.
So, I think that was that.
Okay. I think you're right. I think that was that.
That was that. I think there's not much more to be said about that paragraph.
I could just, but my ego's just like, no, there can't be any more. Come on.
I would not let you say it anymore.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay.
It's hot, and the truth, and you hot, and I'm hot, y'all hot, we all hot. I don't care what time of year.
Melting.
I don't care what time of year it is right now. It's hot.
This truth melts an ego.
God, this section, the choice for completion in the Course in Miracles text, chapter 16. That's what we reading, y'all. If you dare.
If you dare.
If you dare.
If you dare.
If you dare. If you dare.
Oof. Okay. This is the section that people do not read when they're in new romance.
No. This is the section that run people away from Course in Miracles. What the Course in Miracles teach about special love relationships will run more people away from the Course than any other truth they can hear.
That's right.
And me too.
And me
Except
too.
now I've been through enough pain, I think.
Yeah.
And so
now it's really
ready. It comforts me now.
know.
It's like it's easy to teach people the Course when they're miserable.
It's so true.
It's hard to teach people the Course when they think they're happy.
It's so true.
You get a really good miserable person, they love the Course in Miracles because they know what it's saying. That's what they're doing.
That's right. Exactly.
They know it. They'll be willing to say,
That's true.
I do into relationships trying to get.
That's right.
And I am loving people for what I can get from them.
Yes, exactly.
And I feel guilty about that.
That's right.
But I call it I love you. That was deep.
Yes.
I really felt that. The guilt is buried, rises in the form of love.
Yeah, I've heard that before, but I saw it. Like, I saw the phenomena of guilt being buried so deeply that it rises in the form of love.
It looks like love.
It looks like, and it feels like love. It looks like love and it feels like love. But there are ways to be able to tell whether it's really love or if it's really guilt rising in the form of love. And that's what we want to be able to identify.
Well, the mere fact I singled you out is my first
There
clue.
you go.
Just the mere fact I said, whoa.
Yeah.
How can I say whoa for everybody?
Right.
You know, why did I single you out?
And, like you were saying, and not only did I single you out, but I don't want you to have anybody feel that way about you besides me.
That's it. And it's a part of me that loves it. It's a part of me that loves the specialness, conversation, the exclusiveness, the exclusion, the focus above all things. It's like I love that pleasant form of fear.
Well, let me tell you,
I love that pleasant form of guilt.
I recognize that it is the most powerful drug that there is.
The specialness.
The pleasure centers that get lit up in the brain, boo, 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 is more powerful. It's the same kind of lighting up that happens in the brain when you take opiates, and the same thing that happens in the brain when someone is psychotic. If you take a brain scan of somebody who's in a psychotic state,
I love it.
or somebody who's on opiates, is the same.
I thought, did she just retire from a TV show?
Who?
Opiate.
Earl.
That came from my conviction of littleness. I promise that came from my, then I want to give you
Opiate Winfrey.
Opiate Winfrey.
That's what I'm looking for.
Hey, that'd be the channel I watch.
Opiate Winfrey.
I hope you have it under my seat in the audience. Disclaimer.
That's right. Disclaimer, we don't know what we're talking about.
That's right.
Nothing we say means anything.
That's rule number one.
That's our ultimate disclaimer.
That's right.
Nothing we say means anything.
Nothing we say means anything.
And if you don't like what you heard us say, you're misinterpreting.
That's right. Certainly would be the problem. Wouldn't be with us.
Exactly. Okay.
Oh my God. So, did I read to you now?
Yeah, you're gonna read to me.
Okay. Anna, if you perceive the special relationship as a triumph over God, I want to have a relationship with you that's a triumph over God, baby. You got time? Would you want it?
No.
Would you want, if you perceive the special relationship with me as a triumph over God, would you want it? Let's not think of the special relationship's fearful nature.
Yeah.
Let's not think of the guilt that the special relationship must entail. Let's not think of the sadness and the loneliness that the special relationship must entail. Because guilt and sadness and loneliness, well, these are only attributes of the whole religion of separation and the total context in which separation is thought to occur. The central figure in the special relationship's litany to sacrifice. Can we have a litany to sacrifice together?
Hey, that sounds hot.
Isn't that hot? The central theme in this litany to sacrifice is that God must die so I can live. God must die so I can live. God must die so I can live. Love must die so fear can live. Love must die so fear can live. Love must die so fear can live. So that's what happens when you all of a sudden, when you want a special relationship and you're hungry for a special relationship, you say, love must die so fear can live.
Yes.
Love must die so I can live.
Put on your best clothes and you go out on the hunt.
Because you become afraid of love.
That's what happened.
You became afraid of love.
And so you started to feel little.
And so you go look for a relationship that'll interfere with love so it won't come to you.
That's right.
Because you're afraid of it.
Remember, the special relationship is the ego's chief weapon for keeping you from heaven. Okay.
So, I went off. We did, didn't we? And it is this theme that God must die so you can live that's acted out in the special relationship. In other words, through the death of yourself, you think you can attack another self and snatch it from the other to replace the self that you despise. You believe you can snatch somebody else's self to replace the self you despise. And you despise yourself because you don't think yourself offers the specialness that you demand. You despise yourself because you don't think it's as special as you want it to be. And hating yourself, you have made yourself little and unworthy because you are afraid of yourself. You made yourself little because you are afraid of yourself. You have made yourself little because you are so afraid of yourself. You made yourself little and unworthy. You're so afraid of yourself. You made yourself little and unworthy.
That's what happens when you're afraid of yourself.
Okay.
Okay, great.
So yeah, tell me, girl.
All right. Okay. So he's asking us the question: if you really saw your special relationship as a triumph over love, would you want it? Okay. Well, obviously, no, you wouldn't. If you saw it as a triumph over love, if you saw it as a way to get rid of and replace real love, then no, you wouldn't want it. But that's what's really going on. That's what's really going on. He said, it was me trying to replace God. It was me trying to triumph over God. It was me saying, God, happiness, love needs to die because I'm afraid of it, so that fear can live.
Happiness, go away and stop frightening me.
Happiness, go away, stop frightening me. AKA, I now have made a special relationship. Wow.
So you formed a special relationship with me so your happiness could go away?
Yeah.
How am I doing with that?
You're doing fantastic.
I'm not doing a fantastic job of helping your happiness go away sometime.
I swear you are helping me accomplish my goal of getting rid of happiness so
Is there any
brilliantly.
particular thing I do that kind of really helps get rid of your happiness?
Yeah, just being yourself. And when you bring your needs and desires and wants and thoughts, when you bring yourself into our relationship, that's what messes with it the most. So,
that's when you're most unhappy.
Sit.
When I bring my real self into the relationship and really want to do what I want to do more than
because then I can't join with my fantasies about you in uninterrupted bliss. It really annoys me.
You just want your fantasy of me more than you really want me. So when I introduce me, then that kind of annoys you.
Yeah. Since you asked. I mean, you asked, right?
Oh God, that's so true. That's so true. I love how we tell each other the truth.
I just want to join with my fantasies of you in uninterrupted bliss, So the less you bring of yourself, the better.
I want to join with my fantasies of you in uninterrupted bliss. I want to join and just focus on my fantasies with you.
Yes.
In uninterrupted bliss. So don't you show up.
Right.
Don't you tell me what you think, what you feel,
right.
who you are. Not interested. I'm just interested in having you act out my fantasies uninterruptedly.
Yes, uninterruptedly.
That means all the time.
Me, right.
That means I want you to fulfill my special needs all day long.
Yes.
Every day.
Every day.
And exclude everybody else but me.
Right. So you don't want me, but you don't want anybody else to want me.
I don't want you. And I don't want anybody else to want you.
You just want your fantasies of me.
If you're focusing on somebody else, that's time taken away from acting out my fantasy.
That's right.
What you talking about?
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so in other words, so it's the death of God that we're trying to accomplish in the special relationship. What does that mean in terms of our relationship? It means this. It means that I believe that by killing myself or giving myself away, that I can get yourself, I can attack yourself and snatch it from you and replace the self I despise. Okay? In other words, I need to die, who I am, so my specialness can live.
You need to die.
Yes.
So that you can stay special to me.
That's right.
By doing what I want you to do to act out my fantasy.
I can't tell you how many times I've played that one out. I'm willing to kill myself. I believe that through the death of myself.
Getting rid of me.
Right. I can get the self. I can snatch. By killing myself, I can snatch yourself and replace the self I despise. It's the same thing as saying, wanting the death of God. Wanting, what does he say? Oh, that God must die so I can live. That's what it means. To say God must die so I can live. The central theme in my ego's song to sacrifice is that I must die so my specialness can live. I've got to die. I've got to sacrifice myself so that my fear and my guilt can live. That's deep.
And I'm giving you the opportunity to do that in our special relationship.
Aww. Thank you, dear.
You want to sacrifice? This is the thing.
That's right.
This is it. You want to sacrifice?
I'm your man.
I'm your man. You want to sacrifice? Do something.
You want to kill yourself?
You want to kill
God?
Yeah, I'm your man. I'm your man. You can sacrifice for me as much as you like.
Oh.
You can.
Oh.
You can even sacrifice for me more than you want to.
Oh. That's so romantic.
I just thought I'd let you know.
You really must be a match made in heaven.
Well, you know I hate you.
Oh. And you show it so well.
Well, that's the only reason why I want to limit you like that.
That's right, exactly.
Yes.
And then the reason why I hate myself and want to replace it with yourself is because myself does not give me the specialness that I deserve. And I'm not Oprah.
Opiate?
I'm not opiate free.
I'm gonna come on as Opiate Winfrey. I can already see it. She's coming, y'all. Opiate Winfrey.
That's why you need an Oprah wig.
Yeah. I'm telling you. She's on
Totally. That's
opiate,
brilliant.
opiate
Okay,
Winfrey.
all right, good. Good. Well, I wonder who will show up with her. I wonder.
I guess you'd be her best friend, Frail. You be your best friend, Frail. I'm Opiate Winfrey. This is my BFF. Frail.
That's great.
Yeah, have fun.
That's
have
great.
fun with this stuff. It's too
Okay.
intense not to have fun with.
Oh, thank you.
It's too intense not to have fun with.
Okay.
This is killer. This is killer of the ego. This is ego murder. This is ego murder.
I can't even barely keep reading.
This is specialist murder. It is.
Oh, all right. Okay, so the reason that I despise myself
why do you
and want to kill it
Why-
and snatch
Such a positive conversation. Go ahead. Guess what?
It's because I'm not special enough. Myself isn't special enough.
What? You mean sacrificing myself day and night, still not making you special enough?
Still.
Wow.
That's why I hate myself.
God.
That's why I hate myself. Because I am not special enough.
Oh, God.
Myself doesn't offer me the specialness I demand.
Oh, it's not your level of special.
Right. It may be good for you.
Yeah, right.
It may be good enough for you to be willing to kill yourself to get myself for.
Right.
But it's not. It doesn't offer me the specialness I demand.
Well.
Yeah, I know. That's cold.
That's cold.
And hating myself because it doesn't offer me the specialness I demand, I've made myself little and unworthy because I'm afraid of it.
You make yourself little and unworthy because you are afraid of yourself. I make myself little because I'm afraid of myself.
Yes.
I make myself little and unworthy because I am afraid of myself. I make myself little.
Yes.
Because I am afraid of myself, I want a special relationship.
Yes.
Because I'm afraid of myself, I want a special relationship.
Wow. Wow. Okay. And how are we doing on time?
Oh, we got be almost an hour. We have just about 55 minutes.
Okay, so should we stop here or keep going?
Let's
Opiate Winfrey.
Well, honey child, I think that it would be good to just take 5 minutes or so and just kind of review what it was that I was told.
Beautiful.
That's what I'm thinking.
Beautiful.
You know.
So.
I really want to remember that a special. I can tell a special relationship because it's a relationship where connecting with everybody else is excluded.
Okay.
Okay. I really want to remember that whenever I don't love myself and I try to give myself to somebody else, I'm going to feel guilty. Because I'm trying to give them something that I don't even value.
Right.
And since I'm trying to receive or get something back from them, and on the inside I know I'm giving them something myself that I don't even love, it's going to automatically make me feel guilty. So as soon as I see somebody I'm attracted to, I'm going to feel guilty. Because as soon as I see somebody I'm attracted to, I'm seeing somebody that I'm ready to give myself away to so I can get a better self.
Yeah.
So I feel guilty about wanting to take them and not give them something valuable in return. But the feeling I'm gonna call it, I just fell in love with this person.
Right.
I'm really attracted to this person, but I'm really feeling buried guilt.
Yes.
That was one thing. So what was something you heard?
Wow. I heard that a special relationship is one way where my ego is trying to kill God.
Wow, that's a light perception of specialness.
Really, so in one sense, it looks like I'm seeking for love. it looks like I'm really seeking for love, and I'm ecstatic because I think I found love, not realizing at all that that love had come close to me. It had started to come up in my awareness of it, and I became terrified, and I wanted to get rid of love. And that the special relationship that I'm attracted to is really me trying to run away from love and actually triumph over love, which means what? Kill it. Which means what? Kill God. That was very shocking. That's very shocking. It's just like, oh, no, I don't like that part. Triumph over God. God must die so I can live. But I see exactly what he's saying.
Love must die, so God must die. Love must die is the same as God must die. So love must die so my specialness can live.
Exactly. Love must die so my specialness can live.
Real love must die.
Yes.
Real union, real connection must die so my exclusiveness can live.
Right.
Because nothing's more important than for me to have you exclusively to myself.
Right.
Because I want yourself all the time.
Right. And you know, it's like, and why is it that some part of me is terrified of love when the awareness of love, that I am love, I was created out of love because my creator's love, when that awareness starts to dawn upon my mind, why is it that some part of me becomes so terrified that it wants to find a way quickly to get rid of that, kill that? And it's like I realize that my ego knows that love will obliterate it.
Love will completely obliterate fear.
And so since I identify with my ego, I believe love will obliterate me. I do.
Yeah, as a part of me that feels like I wouldn't survive real love.
I wouldn't. That's exactly what happens.
You know, if I be honest with myself, the idea of real love can feel overwhelming.
Exactly.
In terms of the way that I see it.
Exactly.
So what we're doing basically with each other is we're looking at our ego. We're looking at the fear thought system that we have to look at in order to let go of to get to the love on the other side.
And
I have to remind myself why I'm listening to all this.
Exactly.
So that I can go ahead.
And then, of course, says also tells us to not look at it alone.
Thank God.
Yeah, don't look at it alone. You need to look at it. You need to look at it, but don't look at it alone.
So we're not looking at our fear alone.
Right.
We're not looking at what we do to each other and ourselves in special relationships alone.
That's right. And if you and I make the agreement to look at it together without hiding it, that's how it gets undone.
Which is really weird, which is kind of weird because to somebody who didn't know better, if you were in a relationship where you were really practicing looking at all your fears so that they could be dispelled, it would sound to somebody, just a casual bystander, like you were being very negative.
That's right.
Like you'd be saying, right now I feel afraid, I really feel hate for you, I really feel anxious right now, I really feel depressed right now, I really feel, and they don't realize that you're saying that so that you can bring it up so that it can be released more so than you bringing it up because that's what you want to reinforce, thinking that you are.
Right. Exactly.
Because I get a chance to bring that up, and then you get a chance to remember that I am not any of those things that make me feel bad.
Right.
But how could you fulfill that function of having to remind me of the truth if I'm just trying to spend all my time stealing you to replace me, and then getting upset with you if you don't do it well enough?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm in a relationship with you for.
That's right. And the way that we were able to be in a relationship where that's not the purpose anymore is because we were doing this together. That's how our old purpose of getting rid of ourselves to snatch ourselves of another got replaced. That's how it gets replaced. This is how it got replaced.
Well, one of the things that would help me not want the specialist that would want to steal from you and take you and get something from you, for me would be for me to tell myself, only the deprived could value specialness.
Right.
It's like, okay, Earl, you're feeling deprived. That's why you're going out trying to get now.
Right.
And that would kind of like stop me in my tracks.
Yes.
Don't you think you're feeling deprived right now? Because now you're going out to trade yourself.
Exactly.
Try to give yourself away so you can get a better one tonight.
Right.
Isn't that the conviction of littleness? So doesn't that mean, Earl, that you're going out to give some woman hate tonight?
Right.
Because your purpose isn't love?
Right. And if you ask yourself that question and you remember that no, you don't want a special relationship if it's really a triumph over love, in that moment you can sit down and ask for the correct perception of yourself. before you go
before
out.
I go out. Ask for the correct I can ask for the correct perception of myself and relationships and the right purpose of them before I even go to the party.
Exactly. I ask for the correct perception of myself. I ask for you to show me to myself so that I can remember that I'm not deprived. I'm complete. I have everything I need. I am everything I need.
So I'm going out to extend and share, not to get.
And not only am I special enough, I'm actually holy.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
Go.
That's what we are. Holy hot. Yeah. So I'm Earl Purdy, and you can check out more videos and audios that I do on the Course in Miracles and classes that I do at www.earlpurdy.com. And also I'm available for one-on-ones, sessions, clarity sessions, as I like to call them. So, Anna?
Yeah, and you can find out more about my holistic psychotherapy services that I provide from my website, as well as see my Course in Miracles classes at annakujawa.com, and that's ANNAKUJAWA.com.
Kujawa!
Anna Kujawa.
The blonde and the black man. I would like to say the black man and the blonde.
That's right.
Check out High Tech.